Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, about a month or so ago, the Amex Platinum card got a refresh that unfortunately saw the annual fee get hiked by about $150. But for that $150, you ended up getting a bunch of new credits to use, one of which is a Clear credit for a Clear membership. So that's the one we're going to be focusing on today. So on today's episode, I'm going to tell you what Clear is. We're going to talk about how it works. I'll show you how you actually sign up for it by going through the computer. Then we'll come out and we'll talk about some use case for it, who is it for, and is it worth it. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button. Let's get to work. Okay, so let's start out with a refresh of the Platinum card and the credit, just in case you've been sleeping under a rock for the last month or so. So the Clear credit on the Amex Platinum card is not one of those credits, the traditional Amex credits, where you actually have to enroll in. Instead, this works just like the TSA PreCheck or Global Entry credit does, where you simply use your card to pay at the TSA or Global Entry website, in this case the Clear website, and that will trigger the credit. Now the credit is worth $179 per year, and that's going to cover a full Clear membership for one person. However, there are a few tricks to save a few bucks or add some members for the same amount of money, but we'll cover that in a little bit. Okay, so first of all, what is Clear and how does it work? Well, it actually gets compared a lot to TSA Pre and Global Entry. It's actually two separate things because TSA PreCheck and Global Entry are both run by the TSA, which is a government organization. Clear is actually a private company. And so what Clear does is they're going to use biometrics as personal identifiers. So specifically eye scans, face scans, and fingerprints. And what they do with this, they take these data points and they transform them into an encrypted code, which basically means when you scan in at one of the Clear booths there, it's going to match your biometric code to you each time and help expedite your check-in. Now, it is worth noting, as Clear is grabbing some definitely personal information there, Clear has been Safety Act certified by the Department of Homeland Security. Now, it is very important to note here, even if you do get Clear, as we just noted, because it is separate from TSA and the government, that does mean you will still need to have a TSA screening of some sort. That is a government requirement, unfortunately, to go through the airport. So you can see by this diagram here, what Clear is trying to represent is that, you can go through the Clear line much faster, quickly do your biometric scan and keep it moving. In theory, skipping past everyone waiting in line for TSA Pre or the regular TSA line, so then you can just go right ahead to the TSA screener and either the left or the right, depending on which one you qualify for, get your physical screening and then go on about your business. The primary use for Clear is at airports. I think they're in about 50 different airports. I'll put the locations on screen now. Now, they're also in some stadiums as well, stadiums and venues where you can also use Clear to get through security and get in much faster. It's definitely in less stadiums than airports, but it is another use case that you can consider, especially if you're someone who goes out to a lot of events. Okay, so that was a little bit about how Clear works and what it is. Now let's talk about memberships. So you can see here the standard membership is going to be $179, and that is for one person. Now, Delta SkyMiles members and United Mileage Plus members can get their Clear membership for as little as $109. And it's important to note that both Delta SkyMiles and United Mileage membership is free. You do not have to have a status to qualify for this. You could literally just sign up. Even if you don't want to fly with those airlines, you could just sign up, get your loyalty number, and then use that to get your discount. Now you might be thinking, well, why would I want to save Amex money, especially if I'm going to use my Platinum card credit? So looking at the slide again for memberships, you can see here that adding up to 3 family members, you can do that for $60. So if you add the two together, you signed up using your Delta SkyMiles or United member at $109. You could then add 3 family members and your total would still be just enough to maximize the Platinum credit. And that would be a way to actually get 4 people total on a Clear membership, which is great, especially if you're traveling with a family. And that would be actually a tremendous value. Now, if you have children under 18, then you don't need to worry about registering them or signing them up for an account. They can go ahead and just come with you through the line. Okay, so that was everything you needed to know about Clear. Now let's actually talk about signing up. So for that, we're going to go ahead, jump over in the computer, and I'm going to walk you through how to sign up for the membership. Alright guys, so here we are. This is Clear's website. Now you can do this one of 2 different ways. So obviously you're on Clear's website, you can go to Get Clear and it brings you right here to the sign up page. Now this works if you want to use the whole Clear credit. However, if you want to use your airline membership, for that discount we talked about, then actually you're going to want to start at the airline page. So here, this is the Delta site. This is just under my profile. You scroll all the way down, you can see they have Clear. So if we start here, click that, it will open up another tab, and it's going to tell you all about Clear. Now you want to go into the Enroll Now, Yes, we'll go to the next site. You can see it loads a page like this. And now what this is going to do is going to give you the option. You can scroll through here. It's basically the same thing. When you scroll through here, it's going to give you the option to actually add in your Sky Miles number. That is the difference. When we started here, there's no identifier for that. So I assume this works the same as United does as well. Too many tabs open there clearly, but I assume this works the same for United as well. So go ahead and go through the screens with you and see how this goes. Alright, so we've got the info entered in, then we continue on here. It's processing. You're just moments away from a touchless travel experience. How exciting. So, annual clear members for Delta Sky Miles now. We've got here the obligatory family people. So here you go. You can see you can add a family member. So, add up to 3 adults for $60 per year. Children under 18 simply tag along for no enrollment, and family members can use Clear anytime, no need to travel together. So that is nice, but I'm going to have to pick the solo option. So we can see right here under the plan, annual Clear membership for Sky Miles members, instead of $179, it is $109. So your total payment here will be $109. Now you scroll down here, and this is where you're going to want to enter in your Platinum card information. Again, make sure to use your Platinum card, or if you're using another American Express card that has the Amex offer associated to it, make sure you've actually added that offer to that card. Then obviously you know what to do from this point. Then once we have the credit card information in, obviously you've got to accept this, click I agree, and then get clear. Alright, so here's the landing page you land on. So we've got one more step. So to complete enrollment, find us at the nearest Clear airport or stadium to scan your ID and fingerprints. It only takes a few minutes and no appointment needed. So I've got 2 options near me, one at Detroit Metro Airport, or 2 actually, North Terminal and McNamara. So you can see here the hours. It looks like there are no difference between being pre-check eligible for standard security. So you just want to go through either one of those. Now, if you didn't want to go to the ballpark, you can also go down to Gate B as well. Obviously, ballpark's probably going to be a little bit different. You gotta probably have to go when they're playing a game or something. So I don't know how that's work. So, you know what? We'll just tell them, go away. We found you by an airport. Cool. So I'll probably end up going down to the airport as that is closer. Alright, I lied. One more thing before we get the biometrics finalized here. The email I got that you saw pop up in the corner, it takes you to a spot where you can make your profile. You really just have to pick a password. It defaults to your username being your email address. Obviously, I've got a lot of stuff blacked out here. I did think this was worth noting. It does default in your Delta Sky Miles number. Again, I assume if you use your United, it will also default your United. You can update your information, password, manage linked accounts here. Now, one other thing I did want to point out is your full membership subscription, including travel sports arenas, automatically renews on August 1st of 2022. So it is good for 1 year, and they do save the card you use. So in this case, they're saving the Platinum card. Now, it is important to know that you can change your renewal settings and click away from auto renew. So I'm choosing to turn off auto renew. And the reason being is because right now I just don't know if I'm going to keep the Platinum card. And again, the only reason I signed up for this is because I have the card and I can make a video about it. So just be aware of that. And if you scroll down a little bit farther, you can actually go in and add family members if you need to. So we can see their signing up for Clear is actually really quick. It was only like 2 to 3 screens max. Now, we do have to go and complete the final screening at the airport. That's where we get our scans done of our eyes, face, and fingerprints. So I don't know that they're actually going to let me bring you with me, but what the heck, I'm going to bring you with me through the power of video magic. Let's now teleport to the airport and see how the final step in the process goes. Alright, so here we are. We're at the North Terminal for DTW. Now, unfortunately, you got to wear a mask indoors in the airport, so don't know how well you can hear me. I am mic'd up, so let's go ahead and find out where we need to be. Alright, and to the power of video editing, we are actually here at the airport. Now, unfortunately, we're not inside. I went inside. They didn't really like bringing the camera through there. So whatever, their rules, I get it. So we're doing outside. You have a backdrop of the airport, and actually over there, you can kind of see some of the airport going on as well, just as proof that we ended up making here. So wrapping up here, the quick process wasn't too bad. They scan your thumbprint, scan your eyes, a scan of your face, and then they scan your ID as well, and then you're good to go. Now, what I did observe, I have never been through Clear before. I wasn't paying it much attention. So on the surface, Clear did seem like people were moving a lot faster than even the TSA pre-check line. So final thought here, in all honesty, I wasn't normally going to do this except for the fact that Amex gave me the credit and I could make a video about it. So if you have the Platinum card, you know, sure, it makes sense. If you have the bigger family, up to 4 people counting yourself, then I think it could make sense, you know, especially if you're going through the United or Delta path where you can get all of those guys added in for that $179 total on Amex's dime. Now, of course, that does kind of assume you're okay with a company having your biometrics on file. So if that's not your thing, I totally get it. And overall, TSA pre-check lines are getting longer since every card seems to hand out TSA pre-check. So especially if you're in a bigger airport, I can definitely see the appeal. But if you guys have used this in practice a lot, then let me know down below what your thoughts have been on it and what your experience has. Anyways, guys, let's wrap up this field trip. So if you like this one, drop a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, of course, consider subscribing to the channel, posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, maybe less field trips, but you get the point. And of course, that Sunday recap episode with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Reporting live from Detroit Metro Airport, this has been an RJ exclusive. I'll talk to you in the next one.